Muy buenas, dragonboleros, dragonboleras, consoleros y... el resplandor este tengo puesto, la que es líder gato, y yo este resplandor me está matando, vamos. Quítate, resplandor, luz infinita. Bueno, pues nada, estamos en lo que es Deadly Premonition 2. Es un título que, bueno, pues la secuela de un título muy esperado, ¿no? Pues... un título que se lanzó primeramente en Nintendo Switch, el tiempo salió en PC, ¿no? En Switch tenía una serie de problemas que en PC me imagino que algunos habrán solventado y tal, ¿no? El 2 parece que tiene como una especie de mundo abierto, bueno, mundo abierto a la ciudad, que te puedes mover por ella, visitarla. Visualmente, quitando el suelo, que no mueva tampoco, estoy viendo que poligonalmente el juego... Bueno, poligonalmente... ¿Qué os voy a decir, no? Poligonalmente el juego es... Lo veis y dices tú, bueno... Lo está jugando un PC. El PC no tiene ni para elegir resolución ni nada, vamos. No tiene ni para elegir descuartizadita, ¿no? Y congelar. No tiene ni para elegir resolución ni nada. Pero bueno, ya está. En el porno se han matado. Incluso aquí en el PC el botón B es para aceptar en lugar de la, como Nintendo Switch. No se han complicado. Ahí está el FBI que la están sacando. Bueno, la verdad es que el título que admití que el juego... Yo tenía el gameplay de primer juego. Qué bueno, tío, que fue el gameplay de primer juego. Es que el juego, como tenía tanto bug y estaba tan malamente hecho, te partía el pecho, ¿eh? Es verdad que está basado en una serie de libros, si mal no recuerdo y tal, pero hay momentos tan absurdos. Ay, la alarma, coño. Hay momentos tan absurdos y tan incoherente que lo guapo el juego y lo buena gracia, vamos. Y yo, mira, me estoy andando y yo no sé ni cómo gira esto, ¿sabes?
What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
No. The regional bureau chief merely issued a special
Ya,
order.
tú le das para adelante, ni gira a la cámara, ¿eh? Ir a la cámara o algo, ¿no?
How could I forget? A special order to rob me of my well-deserved
Fijaros que va todo.
vacation.
Ni puedo ir a cámara, ni puedo hacer nada. La puedo sentar para atrás, ¿sabes? Pero girarla no.
Whoa. Hey.
Va todo automático.
What did you just say?
No, visualmente, que normalito visualmente para abajo, pero a mí me respecta primero, ¿eh?
The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike.
Muy bien, vamos para el lío.
And no red, remember?
It's open. Come on in.
Oh, dice, ¿qué ha pasado? No me están hablando. ¿Y el rojo qué pasa? Que lo vuelve loco, ¿no? Se ha quitado la corbata roja, ¿no? Este juego sobre todo se hizo famoso por el fandom. Se hizo famoso porque el primer título, ¿vale? Fue exclusivo temporalmente durante un largo tiempo en Xbox. Entonces, aunque el juego fuese una mierda, que después no es que sea una mierda, bueno, que aunque el juego sea muy malamente hecho y demás, el juego, pues, como gracias a sus bugs y sus cosas paranormales y tal, y lógicas que pasan, el tío con su porrillo y todo, ¿eh? De mariachi, ¿eh? Pues entonces no pasó y pues se valorizó eso un poco más. Y sobre todo porque fue exclusivo. Si no llegase a ser exclusivo de Xbox 360 a su tiempo, no hubiese llegado a este juego tan lejos. Fue exclusivo de este momento en que se hacía... Está rojo, porretado, pero tela, ¿sabes? El juego, pues nada, se valorizó mucho. Que no la quiero quitar. Se valorizó mucho que saliese en Xbox 360, que después llegaría a Play 3, PC, que es donde lo tengo yo, Y también sale una versión de Nintendo Switch. Que esto, fijaros que lo estoy pulsando y no tarda la tira, ¿sabes? Y además esto es estático. Voy un camino ahora mismo. El camino ahora mismo es todo recto, ¿sabes? Que no puedo ni girar ni una cosa a otra. Esto es recto, ¿sabes? Muchas películas porno, muchas cartas de contestar. Mira. Las cookies del Mercadona. Al carajo. Con su dedo cortado, curiosamente, ¿no?
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Bueno, a ver qué ocurre. A ver qué está pasando, ¿no?
Don't worry, my fairy.
Hada mía, ¿eh?
They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones. An analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh,
Hola.
hi.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo.
Anda,
You'd
¿eh?
be the
Perfecto
perfect
para
stars for the
protagonista de un
latest
videojuego.
video
Oh,
game.
qué casualidad, ¿no?
Isn't that right, my fairy? How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy. That's a private matter.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
Pero está guapo, ¿sabes? Cómo está planteado.
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face. Excuse me, Mr. Morgan. But would you please refrain from consuming that while I'm talking about... Yes, that.
You don't need to worry about us.
El hada, me imagino que el porrito al final, lo que se refiere.
Don't get in our way and we won't get in yours.
Ahora ahí está, dice, no te metas en mi asunto, ¿eh?
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't... Our data needs to be consistent. Now please, put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
¿Qué pasa?
What if we say no?
Then I'll put it out myself. Using force.
Lo pagaré por las malas, ¿eh?
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the
Cannabis, ¿eh?
comfort of their own homes. And I mean, come on.
It's medicinal.
Es medicinal, dice, ¿sabes?
Exactly.
El otro defendiéndolo y todo, ¿sabes? Vale. Excepto el
Hey,
tío donde
Belle.
preguntar, ¿no? Oye, bombón.
Why are you dressed so handsomely?
Anda, ya te ahí esa forma de vestir tan varonil. ¿Qué te pasa?
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck.
La corbata, ¿no?
That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society. Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
No había dejado que hacer perfiles, ¿eh?
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough. She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Quizá se comporta muy tuviese las reglas, ¿sabes? Pullita uno y
Agent
otro, ¿no?
Jones, that's sexual
Este
harassment.
comentario es muy sexista, ¿eh? Las conversaciones son bajísimas, ¿eh?
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head on with questions then. First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up. Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carré, Louisiana in 2005?
We
No sé si sería la primera parte, ¿no? Ese caso, ¿no?
solved that case.
Este caso lo resolvimos nosotros.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited
O
while on
ese,
vacation.
creo que el protagonista de la primera parte, vaya.
You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carré immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Qué guapo, ¿no?
Did you really visit
Ahora
that
este tiene
town just
cicatriz
to
en
take
el
a
ojo.
vacation?
Igual que el prota, no me acordaba ya.
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way,
Closed. You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Vaya que le falta.
come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
They found Lise Clarkson's body.
Congelada, como hemos visto al principio,
It was
¿sabes?
hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first
O
victim.
sea, la primera víctima de aquel entonces reapareció cada vez 14
Do
años
you know
después.
what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. And this is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
Está hablando con ella misma y sabe cómo reacciona.
We're pleased that her body turned up.
Qué guapo el prota del primer juego, ¿eh?
Deeply pleased.
Empieza bien el juego. El juego tiene sucesos paranormales, ¿vale? Había mucha historia, contacta con los paranormal.
You claim to have closed
salía
this
ente
case,
raro que no
but now a
atacaba.
lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She
Lo
was
dejaron
found
allí, ¿no?
frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
No, la congelaron del tirón. Desmembrada y congelada, ¿sabes?
Good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks.
Lo increíble que sigue siendo
At
increíblemente
first
bella.
glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
Anda, has creado como una especie de obra de arte.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy?
Ah, la mía. Eran los niños estos angelitos que tenía,
As
creo.
beautiful as a goddess.
Que hablaba con los paranormales.
Sounds just like our story.
Finalmente que terminó recordando cosas el primer juego y todo.
Yes. Yes.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to? Before coming to us. Such as...
Qué épico, ¿eh?
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
Ah, no, no ha ido a Luciana.
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve. Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are
Estuvo
you
puteado con
positive
esa,
about
¿sabes?
that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day,
Está interesante, ¿eh?
a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré.
Está esto tela interesante y tela guapo, ¿eh?
Big and strong.
Como el original.
The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries. And they always have the most bizarre timing.
Que tiene la mesa, que tiene un triángulo, no tiene polvo.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
¿Alguien se está haciendo pasar por zorrero o qué? La foto, que ya me lo imaginaba.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Qué guapo, tío.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees, but we still have yet to obtain any key.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing was.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to...
Pues a irte de vacaciones, ¿no? No, pues algo más habrán visto.
Remember what happened, my fairy? That warehouse. That man. So...
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found? Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
El que sacó la foto, ¿no?
A large man, yes? No need to answer. If you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Even this messy room. There must, especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots.
Esto es el triángulo, ¿lo ves? ¿Esto qué pasa con ese triángulo que está ahí?
Mr. Morgan,
Lo he dicho antes y todo. Digo, eso está por algo.
I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries. They've existed from the start.
Santuario, ¿no? Por eso no cae polvo, ¿no?
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see.
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon. Don't touch the sanctuary.
No lo toque.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out.
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban?
Es urban
I
negro.
thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time and...
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Más de Sudoku, ¿eh?
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
He's completely taking control of the conversation. At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
Contenido de maletín, ¿no? Claro.
Agent Jones? Did you find the... Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Hostia, toca el santuario.
Whoa! Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is
Te
an
están
obstruction of
ardeando.
justice!
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Savannah. Ah! Ah!
Ah! Yeah.
El dedo rojo que no puede ver los rojos.
Mr. Morgan? I cut my finger with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through. How could I be so stupid? Everything should be fine now.
Podemos resuelto, pongo un guante y ya está.
I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red, such an unusual thing to feel. Please.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one. And no more.
Don't touch one. Again.
Me vas a tirar una llave y todo rápido y todo, ¿sabes?
Why would they do that? Make them go away.
Now, may we return to our...
Ya no quiere hablar, ¿no?
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you.
Ah, está hablando con las hadas.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of... And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case. Mr. Morgan? I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember a high school girl
Hostia.
named Anna Graham was
Me da
murdered and the
un cabeza muy
FBI stepped
rápido.
in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick, and when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized?
De ahí vino lo de la fobia al color rojo.
It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Read the report. We have nothing else.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can sum it up.
¿Y ahora qué pasa? ¿Va a contar la historia?
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Green.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
El árbol. En el principio del juego y todo.
This photograph predates Greenvale. It's from the Luke Carre case you worked on in 2005.
Red. Red tree. Red tree.
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case, they're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees. Both places. Growing. Roots.
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees. Figured it out. Yes. Smarter than we thought.
Qué guapo, ¿eh?
I
Al final
want
está
the
increíble.
truth.
Lo que pasa es que estamos aquí concentrados a tiempo para hablar mucho más. Mira que yo me pongo a hablar.
Tell
Pero
me
está súper
everything you know.
interesante la historia, ¿eh? Piensa mucho mejor que el primer
The
juego.
red trees. You really did your homework.
¿No? Para que se ha concentrado.
Well done, Belle. You're good. Damn good.
Are you ready to talk? I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Y ahora cuando cuenta su historia, ¿no?
We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes, it was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was the sun.
Un día de
comes
verano,
down
como
hard
ahora,
on you
a
in the
50
south,
grados, ¿eh?
like a torrential downpour of demonic. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us. The other me. My better half.
Y ahora cuando empieza, ¿no? A recordar cuando era más joven y cómo le fue, ¿no? Que parece que está ligado, ¿no? A lo que es la historia, ¿no? Del primer juego, ¿no?
Never a choice. When somebody needs you, you can't turn away.
Está guapo, ¿eh?
You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for high.
Bueno, va a pasar. Me extraña que no saque un remaster para Play 4 de estos juegos y para Play 5.
Zach.
Del 1 y del 2.
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
Esa es su otra mitad esa, ¿no? Contestar la única opción que tengo. Contesta.
There you are, Zach.
Ahí está, Zack. Venga. No te tires ahora media hora charlando otra vez.
Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right?
Aquí es cuando hemos completado el prólogo. Y bueno, y ahora comienza lo que es el juego, ¿no? En sí. 2005, veranito. Y este es el pueblo donde suceden los hechos, vaya. Un pueblo que Nintendo Switch tenía tela de bu y petardeaba, que veis que potencialmente gráficamente no es... Anda, desayuno langosta con burrito. Y está el prota, ¿eh?
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Toma, te da un gusano y todo para que te lo comas. Francis George Morgan. No, esta no es su
Look at that,
versión.
Zach. She's welcoming us with open
Claro,
arms.
sabe el otro.
She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an
El de la
honor.
cicatriz. La otra mitad.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
Comida cartonada, ¿eh?
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here.
Su pijama y tu cocinero
And the
encima y
name
todo,
of
¿eh?
this wonderful town, Le Carré. Sounds like French to me, but
El carro
What does it mean?
significa.
I'm the chef, David.
Ah, no se puede quitar.
If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
El chef, cocinero, David.
did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
¿Qué
You
coño?
say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so. still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I
Como
appreciate
sonríe, ¿sabes? Una sonrisilla, ¿no? Hasta luego.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's
Se me ha dicho que no tiene que aportarme. Hasta luego.
Watch out, you don't
35 y aquí hace 45 grados, ¿sabes?
The least
Aquí hace
Clarkson
45
case
grados.
needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell.
Bueno.
Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder. I'm already looking forward to it. Zach, the searing light. It's the deep... that was a fabulous breakfast.
Wait, miss. You didn't take a single.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would...
Dice, como no come ni nada, el motivo de los gráficos, lo que hace que se queda entero. Dice, te parece un otra mío, porque dice que está buenísimo, ¿sabes? No, si este estaba increíble, ¿no? Ahora sí ya podemos mover la cámara, movernos y demás. El personaje va medio tosco y todo, pero bueno. La verdad que visualmente ha sido un avance en los gráficos. La 203, ¿no? Se nota que este juego ha tenido un mayor presupuesto. El primero salió en físico, la Nintendo Switch, y el 2. Salió en físico y todo. El de Play 3 está muy valorado, Además se puede jugar con el mod, aunque vamos a jugar con el mod para.
Son Rouge. We've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding some. I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This holes from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain, Miami. Billy Herb cut his own torso, right? Even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that, I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Tío, no está pixelado el espejo, ¿sabes?
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for it.
Actualiza el diagrama,
An emerging drug
vamos colgando
that's been on
caso,
the
¿no?
rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here, and Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it.
Una nueva droga, vale.
The 16-year-old
niña
girl
muerta,
who
¿no?
was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge, along with a strange... The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gang. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Vale. Diagrama actualizado.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie, The Island, 2005. For a movie being
Salvaje.
shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly an experimental setting mixed. It was art house. That director's going to change the history of... Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars.
Como pasó
and
con
Blade
Star
Runner
Wars.
did.
De Star Wars, la Guerra de la Galaxia y Blade Runner en su
This
época.
is
Qué
a
guapo.
turning point,
Peliculones.
Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for a genre known as island movies.
¿Quién va? Muy bien, vamos. Es Che, ¿no?
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
Bajísimo, no está picado, ¿sabes? Ahora ya está, se quita la ropa y se el conserje.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind
Bajísimo,
our captain's
¿eh?
name.
Se pone
Yes,
la
I
pajarita
gathered
encima
that
de la
car
camiseta,
is
camiseta
French,
interior y ya
but does
está,
it
¿eh?
have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning.
Bajísimo,
All
¿eh?
names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Lucare means square
cuadrado.
in French.
Ah. And
Va todo
That's it.
justificado, ¿sabes?
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir.
Es un
take a
cuadrado, ya
gander at
está.
the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it.
Lo mira, que es que es bajísimo la conversación en el juego, ¿sabes? Míralo y te darás cuenta, ¿sabes?
If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate.
Me veo llamando a la recepción y el cocinero arriba y cambiándose la ropa viniendo para acá, ¿sabes? Después de la cardera, ¿sabes? ¿Te ha gustado, eh? Habrá dicho, este está picado igual que yo, con
Did you
múltiples
see that,
personalidades.
That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality. Just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say. The job makes the man.
¿Cuánto sueldo gana ese hombre? ¿Ahora qué? No me da cuenta lo que ponía. Para abajo, ¿no? A mirar mapa.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. Faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman.
Parece un hechicero, ¿no? Tiene, bueno,
Perhaps
tiene
we
luz
should
y
talk
todo.
to
Está en 3D, ¿sabes? Algo tiene de magia. Que percibe este.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see
Qué
me.
guapo, ¿eh? Claro, este habla con el mundo
They
medio,
can
del
see
más allá y
what's far
demás.
in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Qué épico, ¿eh?
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hungan.
Hunga. The title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Mira qué épico. Hostia, la cabeza del güey muy Evil Dead.
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
Y ahora es cuando vamos con Sam, ¿no?
And an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
Ah, no tiene nada que ver, todavía no va a salir el plano trascendental, ¿no? O va a salir ahora. La risa
Zach,
malvada,
did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Muy guapo, me ha gustado. ¿Para qué te voy a engañar? Vale, te voy a mirar el mapa. Que está aquí no lo habíamos visto. Oh, por eso se llama cuadrado. Qué bien, ¿no?
Zach, this is Lucare. I
No te
think
puede
I'm
decir eso
finally
el
starting to
cocinero.
understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Desbloqueado el mapa.
Zach, what did you think of Hungun's? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from...
Resuelve el oráculo.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need
Venga,
to
vamos
go
a
to
por
the
un
shrine
oráculo.
of hunger and very funny. Now it's time to get... You already know the... Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. Very funny. Now it's time to... You already... Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave... Very funny. Now it's... You already... Now let's... This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling
Vale,
ball
está
on the
aquí.
sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe. Nice job, Zach.
Nada, te empieza empieza a darle
Now for
uno,
the
te dice, no,
other
esto está mal.
oracle. There's no flying serpent on. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? First, let's just figure out where. Do you know what the ambiguous zero represents? Zero is usually treated as a base number. But under what conditions would a base number... Very funny, Zach. Now, it's
No.
not, you already know... Do you know what the Clarkson food delivery service is? That's got to be. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can... Be
Bajo cero.
Zach. You knew the answer from the very start.
Ya
didn't
empecé a cementerio digo cero, como están muertos, en paz descansen, ¿no?
And how about that Hungan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
Ahí Pro ahora sus pitillos,
Sorry,
¿sabes?
boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel.
Anda, otro,
Die
¿eh?
in the smoke,
El botón,
head out the
¿eh?
entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At your
bellboy.
service, boss.
Otro, mismo nombre, por botones.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
La camiseta entera es la misma, ¿eh?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams deep south. Actually, No, it doesn't. This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Súper épico, ¿eh? Lo que pasa es que aquí el caso paranormal todavía no sale, ¿sabéis? El caso paranormal, en el primer juego empezaba ya directamente bastando seres extraños y demás. Y la otra realidad, el otro plano, pero aquí todavía no. Aquí se ve que... Bueno, va investigando poco a poco. Ahora sí, ¿no?
Compared to non-smokers,
Lo voy a decir,
smokers have a
digo,
4.7 times greater
hay alguien
chance
que
of
nos está
getting lung
vigilando.
disease.
Una enana.
You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Yeah.
And I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So
Los
you won't
pasivos,
mind paying the
Madre mía.
damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
Te doy mi número por si tienes cáncer, que yo voy con los gastos.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
¿Qué contrato?
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss,
Ya se ha
what's
ido.
your name?
Ah, no sé aquí.
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Ahora estamos ya aquí, ya lo que es el mundo abierto, que es lo que he dicho antes. Vamos, mundo abierto que pueblo abierto, ¿vale? Y esto es la Nintendo Switch. Mira, este es el otro plano que os decía, ¿vale? La habitación rural te permite hacer varias cosas. Consultar misiones diarias, usar tipos de objetos inventarios, matar pueblo, volver a la pantalla de título, ¿vale? Esto es lo que yo he dicho ya, ¿vale? Diario. Hay una bola ahí, mapa, ya está. Es como el menú. Nada, la verdad que está bastante guay. Esto la Nintendo Switch por lo visto iba súper mal, ¿sabéis? El Cherry con su furgón ahí, ¿eh? A su furgona, que es lo que... una caravana. Bueno, yo me voy a despedir porque veis que el juego es tranquilito, bastante duro y tal. Mira, allí hay algo. Hay allí varios de estos, no sé yo qué será. En fin, pues nada más, me despido. Espero que os haya gustado. Y hasta la próxima. La verdad es que el juego pinta bastante bien. Por lo menos que la versión de PC va bastante bien.